Hi beautiful people, this is Ruth again. Welcome back to my channel. For those who are here for their first time, please don't forget to subscribe and share, and welcome to the family. So what do I have for us today? Let's talk about emotional healing. We know how physical healing goes. We know the different type of healing, like emotional, physical, healing your mind, spiritual healing, and all those stuff. So I want us to concentrate on emotional healing. Emotional healing help us to accept events and circumstances which have occurred in our lives, like the loss of a loved one, heartbreak, betrayals, disappointments, and there are many more. So we have to like forgiveness, healing emotionally, it's beneficial to us. It helps us to like overcome certain things, because if we are not healed emotionally, we can get into a state like where we'll be depressed, isolate ourselves. Sometimes it leads to, God forbid to say, suicide. So there are so many things that can go wrong in our lives if we are not healed from whatever we went through, from that particular event or what circumstance that we had gone through in our lives. So healing, it's a process. It's one thing is sure, emotional healing doesn't happen suddenly. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and it's something that we have to decide to work on. It's a road that or a journey. We'll say, okay, I've decided to take this journey towards my healing. So we have to know that it doesn't come overnight. We need to be determined to do that. We need like other people to help us with it's a whole process. So when I'm gonna talk about some of the things to do when you want to heal emotionally. Let's talk about first thing first, you have to accept the pain. You have to accept that this thing happened. You don't have to keep denying it. Like, let me say, if you're mourning someone, the death of a loved one, and you want to heal from that. First of all, one of the thing that most people do is denial. They don't want to believe that that person is gone. And to be able to overcome that, you have to know that, accept the fact that that person is gone, that person is no longer there. You grieve over that person, you accept the pain. You don't feel like you're too strong to show emotion. Cry if you want. Accept the pain, accept the disappointment, accept the death of that loved one, accept the betrayal, the heartbreak. You have gone through it. Accept that it has happened, and you need to overcome it. You need to work towards it. So the pain will not go overnight too. It's a process. Same as a healing is a process. The pain too, with time, it will not just disappear, but it will get better. You will learn how to live with it. Another thing is you reach out to people, because there are people, families, friends, like, who want to help you, who like want to reach out to you. But because of all the pain and everything that we're going through at that moment, we want to isolate ourselves. We don't want to accept help. We want to be on our own. It will instead bring us down. We are not going to benefit anything out of it, because we'll become depressed, and we'll start thinking of other things like to ease the pain. Sometimes people can get into using medication or drugs to feel better. They'll get into drinking to get drunk so they will not feel the pain. Try to reach out to people. There are some people out there who will really love to help us. They are friends, they are families, they are even psychologists will reach out to people asking them for their help. Talk to them, express yourself, bring out that pain, cry if you want, break down if you want in front of them, but don't isolate yourself. Don't lock yourself up. Try to reach out to people. Don't stay in isolation. And also take time to reflect on yourself, what you want, what is the next step, what do you think you can do to help yourself heal emotionally. And if there are people who have maybe other loved ones, kids, and ask yourself, how is my situation right now affecting the people around me? How is my mood, or how my situation affecting my kids? So you have to ask yourself those questions, reflect on those things, reflect on the situation, what you're going through, reflect, to just take a moment to reflect and move on from there. And also, don't run away from your pain. Do not run away from your pain no matter what. Accept it, like I said before. Accept it. Don't try to behave as if everything is all right, because there'll come a time that you will break down. Accept the pain. Let the pain go through you. Accept it, embrace it, and walk through it. And also pay attention to your thoughts. At that moment, pay attention to the things you think about. You can try to say, maybe when some funny thoughts come to your head, just try to do something to distract it. Don't let certain thoughts to consume you. Don't let certain things, ideas to come into your head, or your own thoughts to consume you, and maybe you find yourself getting worse, doing certain things worse than that will cause you more pain than the pain you actually are in right now or at the moment. So pay attention to your thoughts. And also there are some things when it comes, let me say, for example, betrayal, heartbreaks, and some other things that you can learn lessons from them. When during that period, during the healing process, you can ask yourself, I've gone through the situation. Oh, this is how the relationship, the friendship, the business, or whatever that caused you that pain. This is what I went through, and this is what happened. Was it my fault? Was it something I did? Was it something the person did? Is it something that was there something that I didn't do well? Or is there something that I need to learn from this? Because I think that there's always something to learn from every pain, from every disappointment. If it's not the other person, then it should be us. Or sometimes both of the parties do make mistakes, and it's time to reflect on that, to ask the question, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this pain? What can I learn from this heartbreak? What can I learn from this betrayal? What can I learn from this disappointment? Is this something that I need to work on myself? Is it something that I need to be careful next time? Is it something, just there's a lot of stuff to learn when you go through pain, when you go through disappointment, when you go through heartbreak, whatever the case. Try to see if there is something you can learn from that situation. Healing emotionally is a process, and it's a process that you will need time. You will need the courage, you will need the determination, and you will need the people around you to heal. So I think it's something that, even though it's important for us to take the time to do it ourselves, it's important to take the time to ask yourself questions, have a time of reflection and everything. And it's so important too to reach out to people, to your pastor, to your psychologist, to your friends, to your families, the people who love you, who are willing, who are ready to give you a helping hand. Because isolating yourself is not good, and it will instead bring you down. So I want us to take this time to reflect on certain things and ask ourselves, maybe the things that we have gone through, to ask ourselves if we have really healed from the pain, if we've healed completely from the betrayal, the disappointments, from friends, from families, from loved ones, or we are just hiding the pain. Because if you don't heal from all those things, and you see the person or you hear about the person, it's gonna trigger a kind of emotion, anger inside of you. Anytime you hear about that person, anytime you see that person, is going to trigger something inside of us. That goes a long way to show that we are not completely healed, or we are still hiding the pain, pretending to be fine, everything is okay. But when something happens that has to do with that person, all the pain comes back, all the anger, all the hatred and everything comes, and it's overwhelming. So we have to look at ourselves, look at think about the situations we have gone through, and ask yourself the question, am I really healed from this, or am I covering the pain? Am I pretending that everything is okay, of which is things are not okay? So ask yourself the question. You don't have to hide your pain. You don't have to pretend to be strong and pretend like everything is okay. We are all humans. We have emotions. We should show our emotions. We should accept the pain. We should learn to go through this healing process one step at a time. And also, back to it again, learn to forgive too. Like I said on my other video, forgiving too, it's a step to the healing process. So thank you, and please don't forget to subscribe and also leave a comment and your like. So take care. That's all for now. Bye bye.